Hello mates and Sheilas, we're here in Melbourne, Australia for the MORRCC, Melbourne Off-Road Radio Control Club, for the second round of the Australian Nationals. Thanks to Ben Sterling for inviting me out, having me out, getting to play down here in Oz. So let's do a little bit of a track walk here. Let me give you a little story of how the track came to be. This is after the first day. The first day they run 3 practices and 2 qualifiers. We get a lot of track time. Each one of those was 10 minutes long, so the track's got a lot of time on it. It did rain a lot. They told me a lot of millimeters that it rained, millimeters or centimeters that it rained on Wednesday. And since I don't speak metric, I'm stuck with the imperial. I'm guessing it probably rained about an inch. So the track was a little wet when we got here, but now it is getting dialed in. And we got a little bit of a groove forming. So let's have it go down the front straight. We got a full length straightaway on this guy. We're probably about 160 to 175 foot straight, I'd guess. And it's high speed. You continue to carry that speed as we make a left-hander at the end of the straightaway. Now there's some bumps in here, so you got to really be gentle on the throttle. Now this is a little bit of a tricky spot here because these pipes jet out. This is actually kind of like a layout that I would imagine myself designing flow-wise, because it just has a lot of very whimsical. It's here and there, comes out, goes in. But anyways, what I try to do, I try to come out right in the middle, and then I'm trying to make a straight shot at this. I'm trying not to do much stuff up here. So I'm trying to clear this thing. I know sometimes my tires go up over top of this, and that's causing some people some havoc. And then we have a little bump jump here at the end, so we got to slow down just before this, jump up, try to land about even with this tire corner here, and make a left-hander. And right here you're starting to think about the next corner already. So I bleed out halfway to 3/4 and try to make a nice arc. And this spot is blind from the driver's stand, and pretty much where the shadow's at is where it is blind from the driver's stand. So as you make this left-hander here, because I'm staying on the throttle, I'm just continuing my left-handed turn and continuing and then jumping that way. If you let off the throttle, if you do that, you might hook too much and oversteer. But for how I'm staying on the throttle there, I'm making a nice arc all the way around this, and just continuing my left-handed steer while still a little bit on the throttle, and jumping and landing, trying to line up for this next little hump here. So I do that double, and then I hit the binders pretty hard right here. I want to come down the inside of this, come down the downside of it, maybe just land a little bit down, but I'm really tight as much as I can. Tight here, and we got another almost hairpin left here, and I'm just trying to stay as tight as possible on this guy as well. So, and here we go, a little bit of a straight shot, and it's a little bumpy. You can kind of see the surface is a little weird. A little bit of cheese types, curdled cheese. Anyways, I found out in my last truggy run, probably a new line I'm going to start taking on this. This is a jump on, jump off. And you can see the jump off part varies quite a bit in height here. Taking the inside, it's higher. However, you want to give it too much throttle in the way because the landing's kind of big. So it's easy you have to overshoot it. If you don't get on the gas enough, it's easy to short it and flip over. So what I was actually doing in truck is jumping about halfway, landing out about 3/4. And here there's almost a little bit of a kick where it'll launch you a little bit higher. So I don't have to jump as far. And that allows me to immediately when I land 3/4 out, I can start turning inward a little bit, not jump as hard, and start landing, approaching this next corner. Try to keep the momentum up, because otherwise, how I was doing it like in buggy, I'm inside, jump, just pop on, pop off, but then you're too straight here. It's hard to set up for this corner doing that, and it's easy to have to overshoot it if you don't want to short it. So anyways, coming out wide help me in truck, and then I can start lining up for this triple here. And it's kind of like an inside to middle to inside near that cone is what I'm shooting for on this triple. And then here I'm just out quarters, and then I'm going to try to take this guy tight. And you can see it's a little bit of a chicane here. And there's a lot of moving pipes here, but you really want to try to straighten out these lines. So I'm holding left until I just clear this tire, and I'm jagging back right and trying to hit right here and just making this as straight as possible. So hitting about right here. If you hit too far in here, it kicks the car, and then the lander also, the berm kind of starts right here. So if you land there, it kicks your car up. So you really want to land about here. And then just carry some good momentum over this left-hander here. Staying pretty tight. I want to stay tight, because on this, I want to take about this line. Because out here, when you hit this, it kicks you up. So this is a smoother drop off as well. This might actually give you a little bit of a kick. So it's a smoother drop off. And then less of a jump here. Pretty smooth. And then kind of see where the groove follows. That's a pretty good line. Right by that pipe. And then this guy, I don't jump it too far. I'm jumping it maybe right where it starts to show the groove part here. That's kind of where my landing spot is. That way I can get my car settled and continue on the momentum. And then it's tight right here. Pretty much a straight shot as much as you can to this next corner. But then again, now you're arcing, looking at the next corners ahead of you. Coming out about halfway. And as we do this left-hander here, it's kind of, you did a nice arc around here. And then I nailing the brakes, getting tight here, but the car still comes out about here. And then just nice blip over this and continue on to finish your lap. And we're doing a fast lap, is about a 31.5 seconds, 32 seconds. So that's a lap around the Melbourne Off-Road Radio Control Club. Let me show you the driver stand view. Got a little bit of a hike to get there. See here, they got about 90 entries, 100 entries, I think. That's just nitro buggy, nitro truggy. We are in southern Australia. So here we go. Again, we're starting here tight, out about 3/4, and then trying not to get too heavy on the wheel, trying to turn just enough so the car doesn't cartwheel off the track. And then trying to straighten this out here. It's obviously a lot harder up here. The track is pretty deep, so depth perception and how the pipes are just wiggling everywhere. It's easy to snag this guy, snag that one up there, hit that corner. So it's really trying to bleed out about halfway and then make it about a straight shot. So down before that bump, as soon as you clear that tire, out about 3/4. And then just continue this corner. I'm continuing to turn while I'm on the throttle. That way, keeping it on the throttle gives it a little bit of a push to where I don't overhook and jump on the inside. And then we just do that double, just kind of pop over the double. It's not too hard to make. Hit the binders right here, slow down, and really tight. And then here, I'm jumping out and coming about halfway, jumping out about to 3/4. And then jumping back inwards a little bit, trying to land about in the middle with the car already set. Obviously that's a little more advanced, and that's what I'm gonna try to be doing in buggy too, just because this lip right here is a little bit higher. You don't have to get on the throttle as hard. So then just tight here, jumping about middle, landing towards the cone. You bleed out just a little bit there, but then you're trying to be tight here. Sharp left, and then as soon as you clear that tire, back right, trying to make a straight shot right here. Jumping middle to 3/4 out. Straight line there. Tight to this one. And then staying tight as you come around this little drop off. And then it makes this hump almost nothing. And then sharp here into the middle. Land about here. Set your car. Straight shot out about middle. And then tight. It's tight to the pipe, but it sends you out here. As soon as you're on the throttle, it'll push you out and jump about 3/4 out, land in the middle, and come right around. So that's a lap around the track. Again, I'm in Victoria, Australia, Melbourne. You can actually see the cityscape way out there. Let's see if I can zoom in. There it is. There's Melbourne City. Pretty big city. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll do more next time, and wish me luck. Catch you later.